You know the problem. Every single season, rocks must be collected, and some areas are worse than others. We are aware of the consequences of not being thorough enough. Broken cutter bars, damaged feed drums, bended feed chains, and in the worst case, stones can hit the threshing cylinder. Quickly, these damages can cost a lot of money, and even though we have been collecting stones year after year, the problem keeps popping up. So far, we have used our bare fists, where stones were collected and thrown up in the big shovel on a tractor. Oftentimes, we have to gather a team of 3 men in order to do the work fairly efficiently. As a farmer's son, Danish Søren Christensen has noticed this problem up close. As a very young man, Søren and his 2 cousins were regularly sent away to comb their parents' fields for these field stones. On a field of 10 hectares, they could collect over 2 tons of stones. Søren Christensen could not understand why there were no machines for this simple but very tedious task. He dropped out of agricultural school to start a technical school as a blacksmith. Here, he quickly learned the basics of designing machines. For 5 years, Søren Christensen spent almost all his free time drawing, developing, welding, and testing new prototypes of the stone collector. In the spring of 2019, he started selling these small stone collectors and sold his first 4 machines to Danish farmers who had heard about his project. 2 years later, the young entrepreneur has sold over 100 machines to Danish and Swedish farmers. The feedback from customers has been amazing. Here we suggest that you later scroll down on our website and hear what some of the first customers say when asked about the machine. The first benefit that customers notice is the huge time savings. In most areas, a single man with an ATV and Stoneless machine can cover an area at the same time it takes a team of 3 men to collect by hand. The reason for this is that the ATV accelerates from one rock to another very fast. When we collect by hand, we must both run out to the stone and then back to the tractor to throw it off. Many stones are also stuck in the ground, and here it can be difficult to peel them free with your hands. The small Stoneless machine can, with its pointy teeth, quickly force the solid stone free from the ground and throw it up on the barn. Collecting stones can now become a one-man job so that under normal conditions, 2/3 of the time can often be saved. The next big advantage of the Stoneless machine is that the work becomes much more fun. Suddenly you will notice a fight over who gets to ride the ATV and pick stones. Work comfort is far better when you can just sit and enjoy yourself on the ATV, rather than having to run around and lift the heavy stones. The third advantage is the great security of harvest. When Stoneless is part of your machine park, stone collection is automatically given higher priority. Customers experience that they are willing to spend extra time getting the slightly smaller stones on the go, even those you previously thought were not worth the pickup. Now it's easy to rush to them with your ATV. Altogether, this provides a much greater security when harvesting. The fourth advantage is flexibility. The small machine gives you a huge flexibility on your farm. As mentioned earlier, the work can now be performed by a single employee. With an ATV of a few hundred kilos, it is possible to drive around the field even if the ground is moist. The idea is that you should have the gear kept ready at home in the machine garage. When one of your coworkers just needs a few hours to spend before dawn, you can now simply send them off on the ATV to pick up rocks. The fifth major benefit is the overall financial gain, which contributes directly to the farm's financial bottom line. Here we suggest that you later scroll down on our website and find our investment calculation and put in the amount of hectares you operate. The calculation is based on the time saved each season from using the Stoneless machine. We have the figures for Danish customers' experience with Stoneless. The stone collector is designed with hydraulic side displacement, so that it can easily be folded during transport and forced out to the side when driving in the field. Many ask us why we have chosen to design the machine so that it swings out to the left side. As a machine operator, you are used to having to turn your neck to the right. The reason for this choice is that many of our customers choose to use a John Deere Gator or other UTVs as the driving force. Here the driver sits on the left side, and thus it will be impossible to operate if it had to swing out to the right. Let's go more in depth regarding the stone collector's functions and abilities. What if the stone is buried deep in the ground? It is no problem for the Stoneless machine. The strong teeth can be forced 15 centimeters into the ground. And if you have a little patience, a stone around a half meter in diameter can be forced from stiff clay soil. With the stone collector's shovel, you can dig a hole in front of a large deep-lying stone and then force your teeth under. It's just a matter of being a little dexterous with the joystick. Stones under 50 centimeters in diameter can go right through the shovel and up on the barn. A 5.5 horsepower Honda engine drives the stone collector's independent hydraulic system. And with electronic solenoid valves, the machine's functions can be operated with a small joystick. On a full tank of gasoline, you can drive about 4 to 5 hours. The stone collector's steel construction is designed to be very powerful. If we dive into the shovel, the plate thickness is at 12 millimeters. For the primary surface treatment, we have chosen to hot dip galvanize. We at Stoneless guarantee that the construction has been thoroughly tested and can withstand the extreme conditions. In order to maintain the high quality, we have chosen to keep the entire production with our close subcontractors here in Denmark. The welding work takes place in Vilbjerg, after which we get the parts home for assembly at a workshop a little outside of Randers. At Stoneless, we do not sell our machines through traditional dealers. Instead, we want to run our business as a web shop, where we always have machines in stock here in Denmark, which we can send directly to you as an end customer. It doesn't matter where in Europe you live. At our homepage, you will find shipping prices and estimated delivery time. If, contrary to all expectations, something should break on your machine, within the specified warranty period, just send us a picture and a description of the problem by email. Then you can drive your Stoneless machine to a local machine workshop, where we will make sure to talk to the workshop and send the new spare parts if necessary. All this bill, of course, Stoneless will cover. This is possible since our machine is very simplistic in its design. When you order a stone collector on our website, you will immediately receive a confirmation email. The money will be deducted from your account when the freight forwarder has picked up the machine from our warehouse here in Denmark. You will receive the machine by truck and the driver will give you a call 1 hour before arrival. After this, the connection to your own vehicle is very simple. Simply mount the joystick box with the supplied bracket. Then connect the power via the vehicle's 12-volt cigar plug. The included coupling connectors are mounted on the back so that you can quickly fasten the stone collector on and off afterwards. We encourage you to scroll to the website where you can find more details and hear testimonials from current customers.